I'm Black Sheep. You know who that is. You know who that is. You should know.
Honestly, like for me, like has like I don't have a following like that. Like my Instagram, my private Instagram is like very private. But tell me how I went to the bank and like now I'm fighting with BMO. There's actual lawsuit now, okay? Because basically what happened is like I reported like fraud. I reported like potential fraud by saying like let's say Janya and Das are doing fraud. I said Janya and Das, I think they're doing fraud, da da da, and this is why. And what BMO did is that they actually sent my whole complaint with my personal information and everything to Janya and Das. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So then after because of that, I was like, because
the thing is, you're not an account holder, so they should. First of all, but
they shouldn't be able. They shouldn't because when I was giving my letter, I said, "Is this like confidential and whatever?" And they said like, "Yeah." And then they just scanned my whole complaint and they sent it to Janya and Das with my personal information on it. They didn't redact anything, like my phone number, my email, my address, everything is sent to them. So then after that, that's when the whole intimidation thing happened, where they tried to, I guess, intimidate me. And then since then, like it was like all hell break loose. So then I told BMO, I'm like, yo, it's because of this, it's because of you guys, all this is happening. I went into BMO at 4:50, and they closed at 5, and I said, I'm not moving. I went in the branch manager's desk, and I said, I'm not moving. I need you guys to call the police now, or give me a paper that's saying that you acknowledge my thing. And I have a video of that, like when I was like going there, and I'm just like, do you not have a heart? Like, what, you guys are robots? No, no, no. And they're like, you're not allowed to film us. And then after I was like, no, it's a single party consent law in Canada where I'm allowed to film you guys. And then I was like, where did you guys graduate? GMSB? You don't know that? I said a bunch of shit to them, and I got them all riled up. And then it was a sheer coincidence that like somebody that I like that follows me. I'm gonna because I met her at a Tamil formal. It was like a friend. I'm like someone's calling. Can I decline 406? Yeah. So basically, what happened is like there was a girl, like there was a random girl. She I met her at a Tamil formal, and she added me. Okay, she said she was a friend of a friend. She added me, and so I added her back, and then she replies my story, and we're friends like that. Okay, she works at the bank, and she basically messaged me and said, "Oh, this guy comes and deposits, like he deposits, right?" So I was like, "Is he depositing cash or credit, checks?" And then she was like, "Oh, it's always checks. That means every condo fees that like everyone pays in cash, which is a lot of them. Where's that money going? Because technically you're supposed to deposit 1-to-1, right?" So then what happened is like, and I don't know if she's saying the truth or a lie, and that's not the ground truth. I would never go to the bank and be like, oh, this person said this to me. But for me, it was like reassuring me like what I kind of know already, that they're doing some sort of fraudulent thing. So that girl messaged me back and then said that, right? And then I did the whole protest thing, and she took my story and she showed it to the branch manager or something. That's what I think, okay? I think it's her. I don't think it's anybody else because, like I said, I'm not a public Instagram. And then what happened is, can you?
donated their phone.
Yeah, my phone might have stored, so I'm using Jenika's phone.
It's like a form of abuse, like abusing the
So
phone.
wait, listen to the story. So then you know what happened? That girl, she messaged me and she tells me, I told her like, listen, if it's you that leaked this information to the bank, just tell me it's you and like just tell me and say sorry and we'll move on. Because and then if not, because the bank contacted me, they emailed me and they said they're trying to like kind of threaten me now by saying, oh, we know you posted on social media, but they didn't say it's wrong. They're just I know I asked ChatGPT lawyer, and ChatGPT says they're using it as to turn their case around into customer misconduct rather than taking accountability for what they did, which is straight up illegal. So I emailed them back. I'm like, okay, I posted on social media. I was like, I didn't say okay. I just said like, what's the problem? You guys are not acknowledging like the privacy risk. My life is in danger. This and that. Instead, you're talking about social media, which is like, what the heck? So I got mad at that girl, right? I was like, what? Okay, like you're gonna show it to your manager, like you guys. This is a branch manager. You're showing my little story with 600 followers to a branch manager, and now the executive is emailing back saying, oh, you put it on your story. Like, what the heck? So I told her, yo, like, this is like, I'm really like, why would you do this, I'm like, just say you did it because your branch manager is your friend and you had a lunch break and you want to talk about something. Take accountability and let's move on. She's like, yo, now you're making me mad. It's not me. And I was like, what the heck? Like, if it's not you, then who is it? She's like, oh well, it's somebody else, but like they're also friends with the branch manager. I'm like, I don't have people. Like, what are the odds that I have two people at the BMO branch at the thing that look at my story? What are the odds? This is insane. So I said, like, honestly, either now I put her an ultimatum and I'm gonna act on it too, because she's not allowed. She works at the bank. She's not allowed to tell me about the cash and this and that. You know.
Yes, that's good.
So now I kind of cornered her by saying, tell me sorry for what you did, or I'm gonna go to the bank and I'm gonna tell them that you said this. And then she flipped out. She was like, first she was like, oh, I'll tell you who it is, but like da da da. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you some time to tell me who it is. At the same time, I had to get my money for the trip, so I went to the bank. When I was going to the bank, like as soon as they saw me, the managers and whatever, they came to serve me at the teller instead of getting a regular employee to do it. So I took my $1,000 out of my account, and then I told them, oh, by the way, I want to talk about this because there's somebody that works at the branch and then they're doing all this shit. So the lady took a pen down, the manager, and she was like, tell me the name of the person, your friend or whatever, and we'll write it down. And I said, I don't want to do that because I don't know if it's her yet. She said whatever, and I'm going to wait on this. So now I told the girl, apologize to me. And I will let it go. She's saying, you're blackmailing me. That's what she said. She said, you're blackmailing me because you're telling me I have to tell you the name of the other person. What's different from the bank leaking the information to you and now me leaking the information of the other girl to you?
Yeah, but she has no legal obligation to you. I mean, like, she has legal obligation to protect your information at the bank.
Yeah.
She doesn't have anything to use.
Yeah, because if I'm saying you're the one that tattletaled on me, tell me it's you or tell me who it is. Because why are you taking the blame?
These talented people are so stupid. Like, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what blackmail is.
No, it's not Tamil people because I'm a Tamil person. I'm not
No, but
stupid.
these
It's not Tamil
that work
people.
At the bank, like, I know.
Now
I
you're
know
gonna
the
be
type.
liable for
I
it.
know the type. Like, they get a job at the bank as a teller or whatever, and they think they're smart.
You worked at the bank and you're Tamil too.
So I'm the type.
Yeah, you're the type.
No, I'm not. But I worked alongside these people, and I always thought, like, you think your job is way more important than what it is. You just shut up and cash a check and move on with your life. You're a teller. Like, but they think like
she's not a teller, but she's not a teller. But it's like, look, it's nothing against the girl, but it's just like, why the hell would you like do all that shit and then just tell me sorry? It's like I would do that thing too. If I'm at the bank, I was my manager on my lunch break. I'll be like, yo, check this girl's story. This is the girl that protested because I kept all the workers there. I kept like 4 employees there until 6:30. And at night, like I was protesting. I was like, I'm not leaving until you give it to me. Now they gave me the letter, and then I said, call the police because I want documentation. They called the police. The police came, and then I was super cool with the police. I told them I worked here. I got this, da da da. Police are like really respect me for my experience, you know. So then I told them this and that. I said,
if there was a Parkex thing, Gabby's brother might show up.
well, Gabby's brother is the police.
He's a police officer in Parkex.
No way.
Oh, okay. Honestly, it's not even about this. Just like the right versus the wrong, and like she really fucked up. Now I'm waiting for an apology. She said yesterday she told me, oh, I'm gonna tell you. She said I'm gonna talk about this today. Now she's not gonna talk about this today, and now she's like, oh, you're gonna get me kicked out of my job. She's like, if you do this, you're gonna get kicked out. I'm like, all you have to say is sorry for what you did, and I will drop it. What is up with this ego?
Just say trust me and just apologize, and it's a woman to woman thing, and that's it. Then screw her over.
Because if she doesn't apologize, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm gonna go to her bank and I'm gonna snitch her out.
When she apologizes, use that against her.
What?
Let her apologize. Tell her like I'm not gonna go any further if you apologize, and then use it against her. It's an admission of guilt, saying I did something wrong.
Wait, hold on. What's wrong with her showing something she saw on social media to her boss?
There's nothing, but why is the
telling her? Your guy's depositing cash, or he's not depositing cash.
Oh, that part.
That's very
yeah. But why would you get information like the insider information then penalize someone for it?
I didn't. It's not like I took her information and I did anything with it.
But she's a collateral. You're penalizing the bank for it. You're a representative of the bank.
Oh.
You leaked information to me, which you shouldn't have. You also leaked information here.
Right.
This bank, their controls, their safety controls, or whatever, is not working.
That's true.
So first of all,
but technically, you would benefit from the employee leaking information to you, right? You benefit from that.
I did, but I never went to BMO and I said your employee told me this because I can't throw her under the bus.
You could already win on that fact alone. Like you got your safety.
Why would you want to do that though?
I wouldn't do that to her. I don't know the girl. She's just a random follower from Tamil Formal, but
especially for a random person, I would do it in a heartbeat.
no, I wouldn't do that to her.
I wouldn't hurt you. I would never lie to you. I'm gonna take care of you. And then as soon as she says sorry, I'm like, it's an admission of guilt. I'm taking you to court. right there.
Look, I'm not that
Why
type
would
of
one
person.
do
I'm
that?
not gonna do that
See
shit.
So
But
pretty much what I understand is this person inside is giving her information,
Yeah.
even though she doesn't even realize it, but she's kind of risking her own job.
Yeah.
But she's doing that. Right. Why would Brenda go after me like, hey, I'm gonna tell your boss you did this? Why? Because
Well, tell me what I want to hear. Apologize. Or I already have you on something else that I can get you for that. So if you're worried about me blackmailing you, don't worry, sweetheart. I already have enough to blackmail you. Not blackmail.
the thing
I
is,
have enough
the
to
other
take
thing
care of
is,
you.
why should Brenda be upset that she leaked stuff to her boss? Why doesn't
I'm not. Look, let me
Exactly.
clear that out. Hold on.
So what's
Could I
the
talk to you?
issue? Yeah.
I'm not mad at her for showing. I'm not mad at
She's using
you.
this in court.
I'm not.
Please.
I'm actually gonna make a post of this on Instagram
know,
because
I
it
know.
got too juicy right now.
Too juicy.
It got too juicy. It's too juicy.
I mean, you
It's
guys
too
are saying
juicy.
that
It's too long to be a story. But listen,
Go public then.
at this point, I actually thought about it. I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna open my Instagram because there's too many views. There's too many stories. Like too many what?
I'm not a guy.
Oh, anyways.
I'm not gonna be able to put on that. You know,
Oh, I
that's-
see.
I took a picture of doing that.
yeah.
No, but I am. I think I'm gonna open my Instagram right now because there's too many. Like, what are the odds that I did stuff like that, and I go to the bank at BMO, and a follower of mine that comes to me and says, "Oh, hi, good luck with your cause." Like, I don't really know her. I don't know her last name.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell her full name.
Yeah.
I don't know this person. I just know her through a mutual friend, right?
Right.
So now, look, to answer your question, I'm not mad that the girl showed my story to whoever. Whenever I post anything on my Instagram story or Snapchat story, I'm well aware that anybody could see it, including the people, including my job employers. So I'm not saying anything fucked up on my story, you know? I'm saying the truth, but I'm not holding back.
Right.
So the fact that she showed it to BMO, I totally don't care. In fact, I'm kind of honored that BMO managers and executives saw my Instagram story.
Yeah.
I'm very honored. The whole thing about this is that now BMO is using my Instagram story on a private account, okay, to say, oh, you're putting this on your story.
Here, look, them telling you we know you're putting this on your social media means nothing. They're stating something that just happened. There's no legal repercussions.
But you know why they're doing that? Because they're being strategic to kind of turn it around on me.
They're not putting
It's true.
putting any bite behind the
Yeah,
bark, but they're
exactly.
barking, which
No,
is like
but-
a form of
Yeah,
intimidation.
yeah.
it's fine,
This is
though.
what it is. It's a form of intimidation. You
want
see what he
that,
did there?
though.
No,
You're getting
hold
that
on.
the
I
wrong
don't
thing,
think you're understanding.
I
You
understand.
get it. You get
It's not even a
it.
debate.
This should have been the debate yesterday at my birthday party, lawsuit
It's
theme
fine.
party.
It's fine. It's fine.
This, like, you see what I'm saying, right? BMO is intimidating me.
Look.
I understand. You understand, but legally to prove that, I don't know how to do that.
But
Maybe
you see why
maybe you already have legal
but you
access.
see why my anger is turning around on my follower, because I'm thinking, why would you put me in a
I think
situation
it's
where
misdirected.
instead of BMO replying my complaint, they're replying my complaint by saying you put it on your story. Fuck, you leaked my information.
You want BMO to you want them to seem like they're redirecting. You want this. This is what you would want.
In a way, but it's like, get to the point. Why are you like?
I know, but here, look. BMO's position. You told me this.
Yeah.
Well, you told me this. They're trying to
Yeah, they're trying to. They're
what's-
trying
what do you want me to
to. They're trying to turn it around and put it on me,
Yeah, so you want
but
them to
it's
do
not
that.
fair. It's evidence. Everything is evidence because now I'm gonna open my Instagram
Yeah, it's
because
fine.
now it's a lawsuit between me and BMO. And at the same time, BMO, all they care when they say, "Oh, you're putting on your story," is to try to silence me from going publicly.
Yeah,
you know,
But if they didn't say that, then you have no proof of them trying to silence you. So why are you getting mad that someone shared some information?
it's the principle of kind of like the loyalty of the just
The
look,
followers?
if any of the followers, because I don't know all my followers, I have 600 followers. If any of my followers want to cause some sort of harm to me, do it. And if I do it, I'm gonna block you and delete you. That's what I told the girl. I said, if you're gonna do this and you're a conflict of interest because you work for BMO, I'm simply gonna block you on my stories. I have nothing against you. After this BMO lawsuit is done, I will unblock you from my stories. And you know what she told me? She's like, oh, it's not me. Why are you punishing me? You're blackmailing me. Da 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 da. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah. Oh, I see what you. I see what you mean.
See, it's just a principle.
What if
Apologize.
she comes back? What a plot is. What if she comes back to you and says, "I'll be honest with you, this is Dinesh."
Yo, yesterday when I saw Dinesh at the thing, I was like, yo, it better not be you, the BMO snitch on my Instagram. I was like, he was like,
But
and he played the narrative too. He was like, yeah, it's me, no. I thought about that because I was like going through my followers. I'm like, who the hell works at BMO?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Let's just say, okay,
Who
I'm in a
works
situation,
at
right?
BMO? Like, I even want to like pay somebody some money and be like, go through all my followers, go search them on LinkedIn. Who works at BMO? Because this girl told me it's not me, but it's somebody else that you have that works at BMO. The only other person that I know is Dinesh, and Dinesh is like one of my closest friends. So ain't no way he's gonna do that and give a good speech about me on my birthday like that, you know? Ain't no way he's gonna do that. And if he would do it, he's very confident. He would tell me, yo, I was me. He won't play these games.
You're gonna show up. You're gonna say something stupid. It's very strategical on their end. They're just poking you with this thing so that you do something that messes you up.
Like-
and then, now you're gonna maybe show up and intimidate the bank, the girl, let's say. And now they're gonna be like, well, you intimidated my person. We did something wrong. Let's agree to disagree.
That's so true. Because I went to the bank.
Oh, you're doing exactly what they want.
No, that's not. Because you know what? I did go to the bank.
Yeah.
Look.
And you said-
I went to the bank and I said, no, I didn't intimidate. Like, I recorded the whole conversation. I said, listen, okay? Listen, if you're not talking about this topic, this is going to be on my post. So, like, calm down. So
Damn. I guess you guys can't talk anymore.
listen, hold on.
Yeah.
I went to BMO right after you because you're right for saying they're intimidating me. Now I'm gonna go ballistic, right?
Yeah.
You're right because when I read that email of them saying, "Oh, you post on your story, whatever," I wanted to go ballistic. I was like, "Who the hell is working at this?"
Better. You document it and just continue.
No, I documented and I went to the bank after, and then I told them like, "Look, there's like this is what's happening to me, and I want this documented, and I'm recording it for my documentation too. Because last time I asked you to document something, you did not document it properly. So now I'm recording myself, and I'm well within the right. And the police that you called on me 2 days ago, I asked them. I have their agent number and everything. I said, can I document?
But you know what?
And I can record without their consent.
It's like they're poking you, and you're not legally. You're flailing around it, doing this, doing
Yeah.
that, and they're hoping one of these things that you're doing
Is wrong.
And then they we got you. So now they're making you do all these manage you kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're doing what
Just-
you want
Just
them to do.
like thank you for your little sweet little email. I'll put it here. I still want to address my issue.
Exactly.
Whereas
No,
That's
but-
very important.
I'm 100% in the win. You're winning. There's no reason for you to get sidetracked here.
Yeah.
Don't get sidetracked. Leave this stuff alone.
So all this attention that you're doing, accusing the girl, hey, I know you leaked this, irrelevant.
No,
and
it's
instead of
not
doing
because
that,
it's
you shouldn't.
escalating shit.
No,
that's
but
the
you're
point.
escalating
If
the
you're
wrong
really
thing.
thinking about,
But you're escalating outside of the law.
It's the wrong
well,
thing
how
to
is
do.
it? How am I escalating outside law?
Keep it legal.
How am I
There's
escalating
nothing
beyond the
wrong
law?
with there's nothing wrong what you did. Leaking, sharing something.
Sharing my story,
No.
sharing my story to the bank is fine. It's fine.
Okay, what's
Now
wrong then?
for the bank to say we basically saw
You
your
have
story.
control over what the bank says.
It doesn't matter, but it's like all I want is like the whole thing about this is not for money or not for. I want the right thing to be done. So I want this girl to apologize to me and say that's what it is. If you're not gonna apologize to me and play the legal card of your blackmailing me, why do you work at the bank and you telling me who's depositing cash and checks, especially the person I'm accusing of a fraud?
When she's saying you're blackmailing me, it's not even true.
It's-
It's not true. It's like saying, oh, you're raping me. It's like,
The moment she said that, I was like, ain't no way like this person's smart. How does she work at the bank? Because like
the people that work at the bank aren't smart. Bank in general make way less money than most.
though it's not about money because it's
Whatever it is, but I'm saying like they all dress nice and sharply dressed, but like I'm telling you, the bank. When I was working at BMO or whatever,
you are the snitch. You are the snitch.
when I was working at RBC.
When I was at my shift yesterday.
When I was at my shift yesterday.
And he saw my story through a proxy.
No, but I remember my branch manager was making 20K less than my starting salary at CN. My branch manager, and she didn't believe me. She was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're full of shit." I was like, "No, that's what I'm getting offered." And she was like, "No, because they don't make money. They really just get paid so severely under like they don't take the best of the birds. They all look sharp. They all dress nice. They all give you a nice firm handshake because that's what they tell you to do in JMSB. But they're not making money. So
Oh
no
my
respect.
god.
Yeah.
It's not about the money though. It's just about the principle. I thought that somebody that's educated has a university degree will have more ethics than that. To just be like, I'm sorry I did this and I was no intent to harm to you. Because until now she's really like she really made me
You're
mad
putting her
now.
in a very rough place. Like basically,
She put herself in a rough place.
maybe,
She did
but
not
now-
have to tell me
but
that.
Telling you sorry. If I was her, I would just block and delete you and just leave and
And there's
never
nothing,
respond to anything.
and there's nothing
because-
wrong with that too.
Yeah. there's nothing
Okay,
wrong
so
with
that's the thing. If she does that, which is completely fine. Oh, boo hoo, I lost the follow. I don't give a fuck. Okay, but listen, I would go to the bank and I'll still snitch on her at this point.
That's what I'm saying. So
Wait,
she's
bro.
in a wrong place.
I know, that's
Because
kinda shitty.
whether you snitch on her or she
Can just apologize
But
and
that's admitting full
Yeah,
guilt.
I thought that's
she's
really stupid,
Then
very
she's at your
stupid of her.
mercy.
Yeah.
Like you could just for any
Shouldn't
reason
do that.
even 5 years down the road and be like, look what you
No,
did.
I would
You
never.
apologize.
No,
would
you
never,
can't
it's
say
your
that.
opinion.
You can't say that. You cannot say
You
that.
could say I would never, but like from my perspective,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know you. You're
Yeah.
just gonna get
Yeah,
this
well-
admission of guilt from me, which is an apology, which is the sorry you want.
No, it's what did she do wrong? No, technically,
As soon as you say
like
sorry,
legally, she did nothing wrong to
Then
me.
then-
No, listen,
yeah.
like ethically, she did something wrong to me because she's lying to me by saying it's somebody else on your story. It's somebody else that you follow. But it's like I have a private Instagram. Unless you screenshot 1 hour of stuff that I'm putting on Instagram,
Right.
nobody's
Okay,
gonna
who's
see
hungry
it.
now? Who's gonna be? Who's gonna have?
So what do you
to-
think the verdict is?
The verdict is they're all guilty.
So you think I'm gonna win this lawsuit though, for real?
Yeah, the first part for sure. I don't know what you're doing now. Don't flail around too much where they have
Yeah,
a
don't
lawsuit
flail.
against you, and now they're just gonna say, listen, you drop yours and I'll drop mine, and we both leave.
I had a suit.
That's
with,
what they're gonna. That's
the
the
Moen.
whole thing. They're very smart. The
true.
corporate world is very sneaky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
They're gonna get you to react emotionally, and they'll be like, "Listen, you did this article, so and so, so and so, so and so. We can get you for X amount of money. We can do this. We can do that, or we'll just agree to."
Well, now I'm so stressed. Look at my eye, like it's like all red, and it's
well,
all this. It's all because of stress. It's all because of stress. It's a lot. They wanna,
content. Is this
No,
one-
but for real, like I am stressed. Like this whole shit is really stressing me out. I can't focus
Well,
on my
I'll tell
business.
you-
The amount of bookings that I
I'll tell you
lost
this,
for
though.
real.
BMO, they know what they're doing, and I have to say, if we're just gonna keep score, the intention that you're putting on this girl and all this stuff that's happening, you're doing what they want. Absolutely, I'm sure that you're doing what they want.
No,
the
I'm
worst
not.
thing you can do in
Because
their
they
eyes-
underestimate me.
No,
Like
that's fine.
everybody
That's-
underestimates me.
They're playing chess, right? Like, so when they send you an email, they're not just expecting you to stop. They know they're gonna react, so they
Yeah.
want a
You're
reaction.
reacting. So
They gave you an
Yeah.
email that has zero legal liability on their end. Like,
yeah.
they made sure that this doesn't untie them with anything. They're just saying, hey, you posted a story, and it's just to rile you up. Be like,
Yeah.
how dare the executive come after me, and now I'm gonna be like rile up the executives after me, so I'm gonna go after this. And they want you to react. Just you already have a good case. Stick with that one
true.
case. You're gonna get all the money in the world
Yeah.
or all the whatever you want.
It's not about the
This
money.
apology thing. I don't know legally if they can.
No, it's like the whole thing for me, and you know this because you know me to my core.
Yeah.
You know it's not about the money; it's about the principle. And this
I
girl
know,
needs to
but-
either apologize to me, or then it's like, okay, now we're no longer friends. If you don't apologize to
You
me,
don't even know her.
No,
What
but
do you
I'm just saying we're no longer like a freaking Instagram
Instagram
friends.
friend? Who
Listen,
cares?
listen, we're no longer Instagram
Yo,
friends,
wait,
and
who-
I don't owe you
hold on.
anything. Therefore, I'm gonna go to the bank and I'm gonna tattletale on you.
Right
That's
now,
it.
Right now, she's
That's
getting,
it.
Right now, she's getting a lot of
Is that
airtime.
wrong?
I don't know what's wrong.
Look, if she doesn't
I
owe
think-
me anything,
No,
look,
it's not
she
wrong.
doesn't
I
owe
would-
me an apology, right? She doesn't owe me an apology.
Well, she
look,
does-
look,
she
let's be
does
real.
owe
Let's
something right now,
let's be
because-
real. Let's be
yeah,
real. She doesn't
okay.
owe me an apology.
Okay.
So therefore,
What are you doing?
like I don't owe her to keep her confidence of her what she leaked to me. I don't owe it to her because all this time when she told me this information, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it in my head, but I would never tell any of the people in the building. I would never act on this case on the information she told me. You know how she told me that there's he gives only checks and not cash. I would have never taken that information anywhere. I wouldn't have told anybody in my building where the case applies. I wouldn't have told BMO. I wouldn't have said anything because I'm like I don't want to get in trouble. But now that she didn't think about my well-being or whatever it is, now it's like, all right, I'm not gonna think about you or whether you get in trouble. I'm simply gonna go tell the bank. You know when you ask me for that person's name, this is the person's name. You don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything.
Right.
That's the thing.
Here, I understand your logic, but this is like I feel also this thing too. I don't know who this person is. I don't really care too, but you have to be very careful how you act because at the end of the day, this is somebody's job. They depend on that paycheck, so be very careful how you act, right? So this is what I think. Okay, so this is what I would think.
Listen, what did I do? Like you
no,
because
hear
you
me
live life paycheck to paycheck. That's not my problem, Sajiv. We cannot live
I
our
know,
lives
but
like
no,
this.
hold on. I understand this, but you have to
People
understand-
live paycheck
hold
to
on.
paycheck, that's their
I
problem.
understand that hold on. So this person, right? They got some information. They gave it to you, and they didn't ask.
Hold
nothing-
on.
nothing-
Hey,
nothing
you
in return.
cannot have this much pride if you
Yeah.
live paycheck to paycheck and don't want to apologize for what you did. It's
true.
simple as that.
No, that's-
You
that's fair.
apologize, say,
That's
"Hey,
fair.
Brenda, I was just having a lunch break with my manager,
Yeah.
and I showed her your story. I didn't know my bank was gonna like threaten you like this or intimidate you." And I would have said, "Don't worry about it. Like I'm just gonna like block you from my story for the VMO lawsuit stuff
Yeah.
because I don't want to put you in a weird position. Have a nice day." That's what I would have said.
down.
Why can you not apologize?
It's true. No, it's you could, but here, like, one thing.
I'm gonna start serving you guys.
No, I'll come up.
No,
But 100%, I would say if okay, this is I don't even know who I'm advising. at
No,
this point.
just talk to me. We're not.
Okay,
Like-
well, we're here. Like, I wouldn't dwell on if this person's gonna apologize or not. I don't care. It's irrelevant.
So then if she doesn't apologize to me by tomorrow or whatever, I'm gonna tell the bank it's her. That's it.
You could, if you want to be so invested in this, go for it. Who cares?
Because now at the end of the day, it's like at the end of the day, I want the right thing to be done. And if people have too much pride to just say, "Hey, Brenda, I'm sorry," then now you're gonna be dragged. You're gonna be dragged because listen, you're gonna be dragged into the lawsuit. I'm not talking about no physical harm. I'm gonna say you're gonna be dragged into the lawsuit because you leaked information to me, and now you're the one that was
And you
totally
have
invested in this.
You have 100% proof that it's this person.
So this girl told me, listen, I don't, because this girl told me
not good.
it's not me, it's somebody else that the bank manager is close to that has you on your story.
Okay.
What are the odds, like logically with your brain, that this branch manager has 2 friends on my Instagram story that work at the same branch? What are the odds, Sajeevan?
Hold on, wait. If we're gonna follow this level of logic, like line of logic, there's a lot of things I would change to begin with. But if we're talking about this one story, okay?
Yes.
So this one story, you don't have definitive proof, okay? But so you don't have definitive proof, but you're 99.99% sure, right? With that,
Because she told me,
yeah.
I'll tell you who it is, but then you can't, like, she was like, I said, can you find out? Okay, you're saying me, it's not you, all right? I have everything on voicemail. I was like trying to talk to her. I said, call me, whatever. I said, if you're not going to tell me it's you, then tell me who it is.
Okay.
And because I'm going to want to block this person from my story.
Okay.
I said, I'm not going to confront the person. I'm not going to go tattletale to BMO about this person. I'm simply going to block this person on my story. And then she said, okay, give me some time. I'll look into it. Doesn't really do anything about that, because like then when I said, well, look, she has no intention of telling me who it is, because I personally don't believe it's anybody else other than her.
It's possible. It's very possible, and it's very possible for me. Like, okay, my biggest issue right now is like your energy levels, how you spend your time is very, very important to me, right? I don't want you to dwell on all this energy to figure out who this person is, because it's truly, if you think about it, it's irrelevant to your case.
I am not dwelling on this person. I'm dwelling on the case with BMO.
No.
I don't care about this one person.
Hold on. There's a difference between the case of BMO and then who showed this to a manager.
What did I
They're
tell you
different.
like yesterday? I said my time, I want to be more about case-oriented,
Okay,
cause-oriented
that's the
than
BMO
my
stuff.
time. So forget about my cause, because yes, I am letting booking suffering. I am not taking care of my business. I'm not taking care of a lot of stuff. Not even taking care of myself, actually, with like sleep and everything, because these causes are important to me, and if they're important to me, they're important to you too, maybe.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
They're important to you,
Thank
you
you.
know,
Thank you so much. Oh,
No, if
thank
my
you.
happiness
Wow,
is important to
huge.
you, no, I don't want.
I don't want to get
No, I don't want. If my happiness is important to you, then this is
thank
not
you.
how I
Seriously.
want to go. I don't want to. Tell me when you're ready to listen.
Almost done. I didn't know I was involved in this, but okay, I'm just kidding. No? Continue. By the way, here, this is for real though. Like, whoever this person is, like,
Stop addressing the people, because
Because-
stop doing that. I hate it when you're like look. The whole point of me
Because
recording this,
this is
no. The whole point of me recording this is because a lot of people, like my friends,
yeah.
I hate repeating myself, and I hate repeating stories. If you want to know what's going on, look at this freaking post that I want to make, and you know what all the details. I don't want to mumble 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever it is to my friends over and over and over again. If you want to know what's going on with the BMO case, look at this post and leave me alone. Like, that's what it is. And it helps me so much, because now when Carol called me the other day. Yesterday, Carol called me to wish me happy birthday or whatever. And then she's like, yo, what's going on with, she's like, I've never want to buy a condo again ever because of all the shit that's happening. It's nice. It's nice when my friends already know the amount of stuff that's going on without me always informing them. Carol is in Belgium, by the way. So to keep in loop, like now she feels in touch with me because she knows what's going on in my life, right? So I really like that. Now, when I talk to her, I don't have to tell her. She's like, oh, what's going on? But I don't have to say, oh, this is happening, syndicate, fraud, BMO, potential fraud. Like, I don't have to say all that because they're already aware. So for me to post this is like a transparent conversation to post that.
No.
Are you exhausted of listening to this shit? But you also are the one of the person that watches all my stories. So, well, how do you feel about this?
He's got some input.
Who are you doing the right thing?
So, I don't know. I'm trying to do the right thing.
No, you never.
I'm trying to fight for the right thing. I am
thing for
trying.
You go through hell and back for it.
I'm pre-diabetic now, Janika. Like, and I know it's because of lack of sleep and stress. Because yes, and then when I slept and I had my I was going to gym and then this and that and then I take my sugar and it's like 5.7. But prior to the week before it was at 8.9. You know, it was like very high consistently. I'm stressed. I'm telling my psychologist I'm stressed and I told her, let me know that I'm looking for trouble, you know? Just let me know. That's kind of what I want to hear is, hey, Brenda, it's not that the causes are coming to you, it's that you are looking for causes. Because I wanted to say that because what are the odds that I'm like doing this whole thing with my employer versus fighting for all the employees? My director is telling me that, Brenda, you're my hero. My manager is crying to me. Like, what are the odds that this is happening and then now this is happening with the syndicate? I feel like I'm looking for causes to fight, but I don't want to. Because I'm not charitable like that.
Hold on, you are. You cannot say half the stuff
Look,
you're saying.
like what I'm going. A lot of people told me, oh, you should be a lawyer, you should be a politician, this and that. But it's like, listen, those people that do like those people that are politicians are very charitable. They're very selfless.
That's not true.
No, they're very selfless. I'm selfish.
That's not true. You're
You're
talking about.
you're the opposite. You're not selfish. It's not about selfish or whatever. You just can't stand injustice. And I feel like I've accepted that. You've accepted that. Everyone here has accepted. The world is full of injustices.
Literally
you
that.
You feel like, why is it not fair? Life is not fair. You're like, why can't this be fair? Why like who cares?
It's true.
I've seen a snippet of her her therapist talking, and she literally said exactly that. She asked you a question about injustices.
Come to me.
More or less-
I'll give you $190.
Honestly,
No, my therapist is never telling me to stop fighting the
But
cause
she didn't say
though.
stop.
They
But
don't,
she was
they don't tell you what's good for you. They just tell you like we want you to think for yourself.
She said that maybe these injustices are finding you because you're the right person. That gave me a lot of pressure, you know. She dead ass told me that. She dead ass told me that. And after that, I felt so bad. I felt so bad to mute conversations with the building and everything because I'm like, yo, they need me, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't want you to ever feel like they need you.
Even Tarn.
Go fight for justice in Palestine. Like there's always injustices. Just
Well, honestly, if it happened in
worry about your life. Worry about
maybe if I was in Palestine and it happened next to me and whatever, I would be maybe losing my life for it. But this is just to say, you know, after Charlie Kirk died, I think it really impacted me. Everybody's laughing at me, but I was telling my psychologist, it really impacted me because it made me know, like, I'm very outspoken. And if one day my outspokenness gets me in trouble and I'm dead, just know I'm dying happy.
Whoa, wait,
Because
what?
I asked Sajid, I'm like, would Charlie Kirk would have not spoken up if he knew his life was ending like that? Is that true?
I think it's a very different person.
I'll answer that question. What do you think? Do you think Charlie Kirk would have wanted to have his son and daughter be raised by another man or fatherless because he wants to run his mouth? Or do you think Charlie Kirk
I think Charlie Kirk would have still chosen this trajectory. I still think that. His wife said that he would have.
It's not a good example.
No, you don't know anything about his wife.
I watched Charlie Kirk before you even knew who he was.
Yeah, you're
I was
right.
watching his stuff daily.
But listen, like that's the big thing. Like
No, I'm just telling you personally, I wouldn't want to have another man raise my kids or have them fatherless for any cause. There's nothing, there's a single cause on this planet that I'm like, I'd die for this thing. Not for this country.
But I'm telling you, I would die fighting than to
then
like.
you're different. Then you're. But
People
Wait, say
die.
this
I
again?
thought about this a
Charlie
lot.
Kirk never decided that.
Huh?
Hold on,
Charlie Kirk didn't realize his life was on the
No,
line.
people that
He's never
advocate
safe.
like this hard and have this much strong views, because I feel like I have really strong views. Like we have strong views because we're not scared of repercussions, and I feel like in my life, I'm now like not scared of repercussions. I don't give a shit if like many
But what
things.
if you die, so you were going to be left alone for
Yeah,
Look, I could get cancer, you can get cancer. Life-
I think
life-
that's,
But I'm saying.
Yeah, no, the people die spontaneously
Yeah,
all
no,
the
but-
time. I'd rather die for what I love doing than to be scared.
I think.
Huh?
You love fighting injustice. You
Well,
love-
honestly, like with this whole thing that happened with the 6 men trying to intimidate me and all of this,
That's
it made me a better person because now I know like where I stand.
That's different. That's
is very
No,
different.
because this shit will happen when you advocate.
That's I agree. You should fight back fully and put those guys in their place and make sure they never do anything like that to anyone.
But that made me-
And
that-
I'm that's why I'm saying I'm down to reopen that case and start a fight with them and literally show up and be like, you guess what? You want to start a problem on Monday? It's not going to be done on Friday. For the rest of your life, it's on site. Every time I see you, every time he sees you,
Right.
every time any brown person sees you, you better be damn afraid of yourself. We're gonna yell at you, we're gonna trip you, we're gonna do some fucked up shit
Yeah.
because of one mistake you made. And tell all your Arab buddies this is how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So make sure you never cross that line.
It's true.
That's what I want to do for you. That part I agree
That
with.
makes sense. Yeah.
The rest of the stuff, I don't know.
Well,
Like,
I think like now that's done, but it's just to say like after that happened, I didn't sleep for one day because I was so mad.
Victor is Arab, by the way. So
Huh?
You can
Oh,
take
no
your anger
way.
on him.
No, but
He's part
I was
of
like
it.
maybe Armenian.
no,
but not
stop.
saying
We're not
that.
talking about race. We're not doing this shit, okay? Because
half Arab.
no, we're not gonna do this.
Well,
But
yes, I'm gonna shit on him anyways.
but look. Okay, since you're Arabic, let me tell you, it's not you.
He is.
It's like a lot of old school people. They think like some old school Arabic people think that women are trash.
Basically, quick summary is this Arab guy, she was recording something. He
No, like-
slammed her computer and shut it down and said you can't do this. And she's like, huh?
No, this is not at the bank. This is like because I'm reporting like fraud and this and that. Anyways, when I see this person's eyes like this, after I went and I talked to him and I said, "You better not intimidate me." Like the police said, "How could you do that? Like you can't do that." I was like, "Look, it's eye for eye. For him, it's eye for eye. That's what they believe in, you know." So look, it's eye for eye. You tried to intimidate me. I went to your house the next day and your face looks like this. Now it's eye to eye. I'm done with them now. Until further notices, I'm done with them. But it made me really like good to know like I got my justice. Because if your face looks like this after you intimidated me, if I ever see him in the elevator or anything, he's gonna know.
It's not about justice. It's about sending a message to their friends and family too.
So now they send a
It's-
message to their
it's-
friends.
It's not just like, oh, we're even. I want to make sure you know, if you start this, it's not going to end. It's not going to end because an eye for an eye. It's going to end when I decided to end it. And that's maybe never.
And I decided to end it when it was eye for eye.
Yeah, and with one instance, you're nicer than me because I wouldn't end it there. I would have gone off.
Anyways, all I'm saying is someone tried to intimidate me. I went to the house the next day and blah blah blah. We could have got arrested for it, but the police understood because it was the same police that came at the bank when happened. So I told him, you remember what I was telling you? This is his best friend that's happening. And then they said, Sajeevan could have got pressed charges. We could have arrested him for what he did to that guy, but we're done now. And I said, okay, look, I completely understand, but it's just eye for eye. They intimidated me. I intimidated them, I guess, allegedly, if his face looks like that, and that's it. Where is this all gonna end? But all I'm saying is I need to look.
Why don't you just enjoy your money, enjoy your wealth, just shut up and leave? Like,
What?
let the poor people struggle. All the people in the building are poor and they're idiots. Just let them struggle. They chose that life for themselves.
Oh man,
Worry
you
about
painted
yourself.
there.
What?
You painted there.
Yeah, but again.
Yeah, but even my parents, they chose to struggle.
chose to be scammed.
They chose, 100%. My dad, they chose the lifestyle because me and my brother, we're not telling them. My brother's been telling them, we could have refinanced the house and get this from when he was 15, 16 years old. My dad didn't trust my brother, right? Now I'm telling him do this, do that, and he doesn't trust me. There's like, okay, you know what? You want to struggle, you struggle then. What do you want me to say? Well, so moving forward, I just think, like, I need an apology.
I'm sorry. Let's move on. You didn't say from who. You just need an apology. I gave you one.
I need an apology.
Move on.
And if I go to the bank and I say, like, this is what happened on my Instagram story, because now look, you're halfway to saying the Instagram story, right? You're halfway saying the Instagram story, saying, oh, she posted this on her story, but you're not saying the other part, which is, hey, look, I leaked information about the bank to this person on my story. So if what I did was wrong, then what she did was wrong. So if she's gonna report me and tell it to her manager, then I'm going to go tell BMO that, hey, look, your employee did this.
You have a very strong case for the leaking of your.
Yeah, well, let's
That's all that
celebrate.
matters. That's an easy case.
That's if it's.
The bank called me and they called me and they said, what do you want, like in terms of compensation? And I didn't answer that because I was like, I'm gonna talk to my lawyer first because I don't want to just say like, oh, give me like X amount of money. No. Let me talk to the lawyer first.
Don't say anything because
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh, she's trying to squeeze this for
No,
money.
yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm trying to do this for an apology. Like literally, give me a freaking apology because now you're dragging it on. You're causing me so much stress. My eye looks like this. Yeah. There's many things that are like really, really impacting me now. Or my relationship with Sajeevan, I've been so stressed. He's like, yo, you don't even talk to me now. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you're like doing it wrong. If I was you, if I had what you had, I would just shut up and say, listen, let the world burn. I'm so happy. I don't have to worry about it a day in my life.
Why do you think these like these?
I would want everyone else to do poorly so that because you
No.
better.
This I told Sajeevan this yesterday. For 15 years of my life, I chased like money, you know, because we both started working at Guzo when we were 15 years old. Wait, can I finish?
Sorry.
15 years of my life, me and my brother, we chased money because we worked at Cinema Guzo, hustling. I worked there for 10 years. The next 5 years, I grinded. Like, now I'm 30
He
now.
worked at Guzo too. He was grinding. He was there.
You worked at Guzo too?
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
You know him very well through indirect people like Trevor.
He looks really
Yeah,
familiar.
that's what I mean. Guzo guy.
Who
Trevor.
are you? Do you work at BMO by any chance? Are you like a freaking
I don't know if I work at BMO, but I don't follow you on Instagram.
That's Do you follow me through a proxy? Because I have all these accounts that are like,
Why are you accepting proxies?
because they say like Tamil culture, and then I accept them, and then I had a fight with this Tamil girl, and that account leaked me her phone number and address. It was you know who's best friend, you know right? And then I called her, and she got me. Yeah, that
I
girl.
saw her cousin. Told me not.
Anyways, so then it's like, how do you have that many ops that like a Tamil account that says like culture and diversity is leaking me your address? What kind of ops do you guys
I
have?
see Tamil, I just ignore it. It's all toxic.
Yeah, but it's like, damn, I don't want to have ops like that where it's like an account that's dedicated for like Tamil culture is sending me a girl's address. Like, what am I supposed to do? Put diva, like, what am I gonna do with the
Tamil
address?
is the worst one. It just exposes random girls for just being hoes. That's all it does.
Well, anyways.
Anyway.
But I'm just saying, I want an apology, and I want that the right thing to be done here, because this is
Which is what? What is the right thing to be done?
like people need to do the like
Which
this
is
whole
an
thing
apology,
started
and
with
what
the
else is the right thing?
I want an apology.
Okay, what else is after that?
And I want the whole syndicate thing to like turn over so there's diversity. Anna, this random people invited me to the house. It really impacted me mentally, okay? After this whole thing with the building happened, somebody said, oh, we talked to that person, the like accountant, whatever, the administration, and we want to talk to you. So it was an old lady, and so I said, okay, I'm going to come. And she said, come to my house for tea. And I was like, no, but I just went into her house. And then at the end of the conversation, she said, look, the message I want to give you is that you're not Arabic and you're a woman and you will never win. And then I was like, that's a I have it recorded.
No, I'm down to fight whatever bullshit. I hate that. I hate Arabs for that reason.
You see, you know when
No, I'm willing to fight with you.
listen. You know when the more older I get, the more older Cardi B resonates with me, and that's not because I was a stripper. It's really because Cardi B once said Cardi. Listen to this one word. Cardi B once said, when you see what I see, you end up like this. You know what she's like? They call me ratchet, they call me this, they call me that. But when you see what I see, I end up like this. It's the same thing. People say I'm ratchet all the time. All the freaking time. They're like, oh, you're so loud, you're so ratchet. But it's like, when you see what I see, you're going to raise your voice. You're going to be a little agitated when someone tells you, you're just a woman. I don't think nobody knows this. Like in my life, I'm not really open with like my cousins and stuff. I never really told you this, but like somebody I dated, I don't even think my brother knows. I've always been like, oh, you're getting this job because you're a woman. When it's like, it always put you, you know what I'm talking about, you know?
Sounds like me.
No. Well, that, like, it's like, how can you tell me I'm getting a job? Because, like, at the time when you're dating someone, you think, like, they're your biggest motivators, right? They're your biggest supporters. Yeah. So when this person told me, oh, you're only getting this job because you're a woman, and at the same time, my brother told me, you're only getting this job because you're a woman, I was like, my brother was an op at the time, and now my partner that I was dating became an op, too. You know? This is like, nobody takes it seriously, but this really impacted me, like.
Okay, but you know what about that?
I think that the biggest trigger is like when someone says you're a woman and you're not gonna do it. Like that really affects me. Because that girl, when that woman shook my hand and said you're a woman and you're not gonna be in the, I was like, fuck no, I'll put $1,000 to change the title of Appa's condo to my name, to add my name to it, just because just so that I could be in their administration. No, but I'm just saying, once you challenge me like that, I will lose all sorts of money.
What did I say at the time, just so I can defend myself? What did I say?
You said you're getting a job because you're a woman.
And was I wrong?
No, I mean yes. Yes.
The truth came out.
No.
No,
If I was a woman-
I didn't say you can't do this because you're a woman. I said you're getting this job because they're looking for one man and one woman. There was like 3 female candidates and there's 50 men candidates. They picked the best out of the 50 and they picked the best out of the 3. And you're the best out of the 3.
You're right.
So that's all I'm saying. So it's not an option.
But that's the whole thing with Charlie Kirk's merit versus talent.
Okay, so you got in with talent.
I mean, merit versus diversity and inclusion. So you're right, but I'm also 2% of the female graduates in software engineering. So when I graduated, it was only 2%. So it's like,
So you have merit and you have,
Yeah.
and you have diversity. So what's
no, I didn't have. To be honest with you, I don't have merit because I'm not the smartest.
So then what I
But
said
then
was-
you're what you said is right, and it lowers confidence when you look at inclusion and diversity
so then
inclusion.
Your problem is with the inclusion and equity, not with me.
Yes.
You shouldn't have a problem with me that questions stuff like this. You should have a problem with the system that's like, oh, you're a woman, I'll help you.
Yeah, but as a brother and as maybe an ex-boyfriend, you should not say stuff like that. Not you.
Oh, then what are you talking about? I was, what the hell are you talking about?
No, I meant like the person that I was with at the time also had told me that, and like around the same time you told me that. You know, I don't think you know this. I don't think you ever know this, but like
It's not a bad-
that shit was like.
It's not meant for you to be offended by it. It's just a fact.
No, when you think
not
like
for you to
the
be
world
offended.
could think that, right? But when you have your two closest like men around you, like your brother and your partner saying like, "Oh, because I was so happy I got the job," and then for my brother and this person to say, "You got it because you're a woman," like that hit so home with me that I started resenting him, and then yeah.
Okay, in that case, you're right. It's not nice. I still feel it's just like things that could go without being said. Like I don't need to say that. It didn't bring anything to you. It didn't bring anything to me. It's just I don't need to say that.
I get it, but now it's just now when anyone tells me you're not gonna do it because you're a woman, I'm going to lose money because right now I'm neglecting my business, I'm neglecting my family, I'm neglecting my health, I'm neglecting everything so I can win this cause.
What I said and what you're being told now is I didn't say you can't do it because you're a woman. I said you got it.
I know, but
But
that
again, that doesn't need to
that's
be
a
said because
sensitive topic
I
for
could have
me.
got the job because I'm brown.
Huh?
I could have got my job because I'm brown. Let's say, for example.
Listen,
So
what
it's-
you said, it just like kind of like awoken a side of me that I hold to this day. That's just like if anybody tells me you can't do this because you're a woman, now I'm just like I'm gonna go crazy.
Okay, fine, but I never said you can't do anything because you're a woman. I never said that stuff. I said don't. I just said like you got this easier, but it could go. I
No,
don't
but
need to-
that when
I
you
don't
say
need to
that, you're actually lowering confidence. That's what it is.
Okay, but to be
And
fair,
like
to be fair,
not
if I'm
Andre,
talking
Charlie
today-
Kirk,
if I'm
Candace
talking
Owens
today,
says
and
these.
Charlie Kirk would have agreed with me. To be fair, I'm telling you.
Charlie
I'm telling you how I
Charlie
feel.
Kirk said don't look at diversity and inclusion as a sole factor because
Yes.
it's yes.
So I'm telling you, you should have been pit up against the 50 other men that were there, not trying to fill a quota.
You
of
are
one
the
man, one woman.
people like Charlie Kirk will criticize people like you because he'll saying you're the like he doesn't want to lower confidence, you know.
Yes.
So that's why he's saying we shouldn't look at diversity and inclusion. You didn't say we shouldn't look at diversity and inclusion. You straight up said you got this only because you're a woman.
Yeah, that's so like I'm saying both things.
But you're not acknowledging
I'm
this-
saying we shouldn't look at diversity or with female gender or anything, and I'm saying you only got I shouldn't say you only got the job, but you part of what you got why you got the job is because you're a woman. We shouldn't look at that. That's
That
what I'm
was
trying to
one
say.
job at CN. Since then, I worked at I'm at Microsoft, where I was the youngest person in my division. I was at Nuance with no master's degree. You know, I was the only person that was doing machine learning with no master's degree. So it's not because of gender. It's because of talent, and I had to get
You know,
2-3
that's
jobs after
unfortunate
that
for you. It's
to
unfortunate
realize
for
it's me. It's really
It's
me.
unfortunate for you because talent or gender, I won't know, and I'll always be doubting. And people like me that will look at this situation and be like, are you here because of talent or are you here because of gender?
That's the problem with DEI, though.
And so,
That's the problem.
100%.
So that's what you should have a problem with DEI, not with me saying.
I have a problem with
So
DEI.
your only problem is with DEI, not with me. I'm good. People like me exist. People like me will always exist as long as DEI is.
Wait, that's literally
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk's stance.
Yeah.
That's
And that's why I aligned so much with Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens and like the conservative
Andrew Owens.
right wing approaches. I agree with all that. Because honestly, like the first time you said that, like it hurt me. But then the next time,
didn't hurt you.
no.
I
But
didn't
listen,
hurt you.
because we are well past that. Because if that was a little dinky job at CN, now it's like Nuance, Microsoft, the Canadian. No. There's so many things that I proved to myself. Like yo, it's me. Now where I'm at, I'm quitting my job. Like I'm leaving soon, but I want them to lay me off, eh? Because it's like I had my director message me, I'm her hero. I had my manager cry to me. I've outgrown these people. I've really outgrown them. I've outgrown my job.
After seeing them in person, like I definitely see that too. Not that they're nothing
Why
wrong
did
with
you
them,
start
but
something software related? Like, what were you?
I'm starting my own. Like, go on 13minuteink.com. Don't go on it actually now because I'm working on it. But I want to incorporate AI in like housing and realtor. And there's a company that does that, and then they wanted to give me an interview right away, right now. But I said like wait up, whatever. And then they said I'm going on vacation. They said give me now.
Yeah.
I know my value, and I've outgrown like. Microsoft is like the biggest company in the world in software, and I now look at myself and I'm like, I don't want to be one of the white sheeps that they hire and then they let go of. No, I want to be a black sheep that the company that go, we need you. You know, big companies are not gonna value you a little pebble.
I know that. I tell everyone.
That's why I'm done.
I'm very passionate about that one thing. I tell people, don't work hard all the time.
No, I don't want. I don't want to work harder. I want to work smarter.
Make sure work-life balance is there because they don't care. As soon as they find out that they can push you and squeeze a little bit more out of you, they'll do it. My work, I let them think that I am squeezed to the top.
You're on camera.
Okay.
But sometimes I go to the gym.
Yeah, you're on camera, by the way. Well, my brother works at Dollarama, so it's fine.
I tell around.
there we go.
Yeah, so it's
When I'm
fine.
restocking the shelves, I go to the gym in between and I work out.
There we go.
Well,
You're
I'm
doing the
done.
dolly, but, huh?
Huh, that no,
So
I,
you're
s-
done?
I said I'm done with this. Like I'm done with my job. Like honestly, yeah. The other day, like I had my one-on-one with my manager, and he was like saying like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I'm like, honestly, it's such a light week, and I'm dealing with all this shit with syndicate, right? So I said, honestly, it's a light week, but it's not my job to chase jobs. If you guys have something to staff me on it, but I'm not gonna go above and beyond because before I went above and beyond and I showed them shit. And then they said, you're going to get promoted next. My manager's like, you need it. Then when the promotion came, they laid off freaking 100 and something people in my division and said, oh, and then when I said, hey, didn't you say September 30th that we're going to get like a increase? And they said, Brinda, you're so insensitive for talking about this. Then I was riling up the group chat with 400 people. And then my director said, call me right now. He said, at 4:50, he said, call me right now. And then he like,
I'm doing the same thing on mine. I don't trust the corporate structure.
yeah, no.
I trust the syndicate or the union, and that's it. And
Synd-
I'm at the highest possible
Where you can be at?
seniority for the union.
Right.
And my manager's always pushing me to do management, and I tell him never.
Oh, you have to leave the union if you do.
Yeah, no, and I have a seniority in the union, so you can't fire me unless I do something really bad.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're only firing based off seniority, and I'm pretty high up now. I've been like almost 10 years there,
Got it.
so you have to chop up like half the company to get to me.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I'm like, I'm not leaving here.
It's all about strategy. Even when you say like, "Oh, leave my job," this that, because I know I can make a lot more money for like what I'm doing, you know. But I'm just like, it's not like worth the. Because now I'm kind of untouchable, you know, like. So
T4 employment is very weird though, because it's like you need to be very careful how much more work you do for the money you get.
I know.
Because you're taxed quite a lot.
Part of being in the corporate world is you need to be able to sell yourself as if you're working hard. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
work too hard, but I work
That's true.
hard enough. I do my stuff, but I could do more, but I don't. And I make it look like I do more. I always tell my boss like, oh, that was a tough week, sir. You know, you know.
yeah. I told my manager like this last week. I said I want to be like I said, you know, like I did say that, and then I went to the I went to the you know that, right? I went to my director, whatever, and I said like I want to be laid off, and they said it doesn't work like that. But I'm like, I said that to my manager's manager on the one-on-one call that I had.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah, I said that. I said I want to be laid off because like there's no growth in the company, you know? Like there's no growth for me. You said I'm gonna get promoted. Why am I not promoted yet? And then he had nothing to say. He was just like, you know, you can't ask for to be laid off. It doesn't work like that. I'm like, well, you're laying off all these people because you want to make budget cuts, right? Well, here I am saying I'll volunteer if you want to make budget cuts. I'm getting paid enough for them to save a lot of money if they lay me off. Why don't you do it? Oh, well, no, we need you because you're young. Like, they didn't say it, but I know they're keeping me because I'm like one of the, I'm the youngest one in my division, you know? So it's like I am the one that graduated last. Me and Salil and, you know, like Clinton, you know, like there's people like that are very, very vital to the team.
Yeah. You guys are very versatile.
Yeah.
You work on so many
Like Vismay, he's like also a younging like me. He left and he got paid like $60,000 more than what I'm getting paid. Straight off the bat. So it's like, and then it's like, and he keeps telling me, oh, get the hell out of there. Because you're just one of them when you work at a big multi-trillion-dollar, 200,000 people company, you know? When you're working at a little company, when you're working at a startup, you're like God to them. Because you're very valuable. So no, my value here at that biggest software company, 200,000 people, like I'm done.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I want my severance and I want to leave.
I mean,
Anyways.
that or just milk it. I mean, win-win.
We'll see, yo. We'll see. Anyways,
Win-win.
where I stand with this BMO thing is like somebody's gonna like this is I'm gonna drag this on no matter how much money it comes.
Huh?
Anyways, yeah.